Hello lovely Pisces, here is your November 2019 Love and General reading. I'm Gemstone Tarot. One card stubbornly fell out before I was ready, so that's on the table. I am using the Mythic Tarot for my lovely Pisceans. What do we need to know? Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Yeah, that one feels weird. Okay. They all feel a bit weird this month, Pisces. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay. Pisces, there will be an extended reading and the link will be in the description box or pinned in the comments section. Now then. Oof, God. Interesting. Oh. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Gosh. What have you been up to, Pisces? Crumbs. Okay. Let's put you over there, lovely cards, and have a look what Pisces needs to know, which is a lot by the looks of it. Look, the card that flew out and fell on the floor. I think we might have got this in October, actually. Eight of Cups reversed. Now, the Eight of Cups, I often talk about this, is an uncompromising tarot card for me. There are cards which I can think, oh, it might mean this and it might mean that. If that comes up in the upright, it means walking away from something you love. Or someone else walks away from something they love, you. Okay? When it's in reverse, it's tricky. It puts this tricky energy on it. It's Saturn in Pisces, okay? So think about Saturn. Saturn is a planet that is, you know, it's hard knocks, it's hard life lessons, it's, I know that you really love this person and yet you must walk away. It's the you must planet. It's the teacher planet. It's the head teacher planet. It's the sensible, difficult decision-making planet. And this is an 8, and an 8 is movement, and the movement is away from the cups. It's away from what you vibrantly loved. Okay, no doubt about that. When this card's reversed, as a reader, for me, it puts some doubt into it. Either you're in some kind of boomerang relationship situation, or the leaving doesn't stick. Now, we know we are moving into Mercury Retrograde in Scorpio on the 31st of 31st of October. What am I talking about? December for? I don't know. 31st of October. It's a little Halloween gifty. Mercury Retro. Retro in Scorpio, a sister planet, Pisces, a fellow water sign. Very interesting, okay? Next to that, the Hermit in the reverse. What a strange and interesting card to get as well. Virgo, so you might be dealing with the Virgo. If you are dealing with an earth sign in particular, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, yeah, I see that. There's been a breakup in this scenario. Eight of Cups is a breakup. And for some reason, there's some kind of reversal about it. But it is very confusing still. So the Hermit is someone, or you, or both, deciding to go back into solitary, you know, going back on your own, going back, coming out of somewhere, coming out of, I mean, traditionally the Hermit comes out of warm society and comes out of nice food and, you know, having sex and being with people, and goes to a cave or some kind of outpost and generally doesn't enjoy the human contact or the bodily pleasures. Not a very Piscean thing, really. That's why Virgo is our opposite sign, okay? Pisces likes a bit of pleasure, you know, why not? But this is foregoing that, or there has been some Hermit time. Now, this could have happened in the time of Virgo, so that would be around August 20th-ish onwards. It's difficult. Something tempts you back out of the cave, and it's to do with this Eight of Cups in reverse, and it's to do with Mercury going retrograde, which it, you know, which it does, doesn't it? Okay, Pisces, there's been a lot of confusion over a king. I've got two kings actually. King of Cups and a King of Pentacles. King of Cups may be that you were dealing with somebody who was escapist. Either they literally were into escapism in terms of alcohol or drugs, or in their nature. When you get that kind of escapist energy, it's somebody who led by confusion, who confused you. It could even be gaslighting. It can certainly be someone who wouldn't say how they felt, or they wouldn't say where you stood, or they wouldn't say. They just wouldn't say. You know, the King of Cups is, when he's in the reverse, he's kind of, oh, I don't know, he's quite emotionally connected, and for a Piscean that would have been very attractive. And this of course can be a woman as well, so make it whichever it is in gender wise. It's someone who attracts you by their very nebulous nature, but then when you want to know where you stand, their nebulous nature is really not helpful, because they won't give you a straight answer. And they might not even know themselves. That's even worse. There is nothing more dangerous than someone who can't tell you the truth because they don't even really know what it is. Does that make sense, Pisces? It's a dangerous thing because you couldn't really call this person out on it because they can't be held to account. I'm thinking of Bleak House by Charles Dickens, and there's a character in there, and whenever anything responsible comes along, he always says, I am but a child. You know, he just shrugs it off. And all the people around him suffer, quite honestly, and pick up the tab. Somebody, and this is quite a Piscean thing often, made you suffer and pick up the tab, okay, by being a bit nebulous and being uncommitted and being unreliable. King of Pentacles in reverse for me is, when he's in the upright, the King of Pentacles is reliable, a good timekeeper. He's like a banker. He's holding on to all these pentacles. He's being very, very responsible. When I get him in the reverse, I get a sense of flakiness. Again, him combined with the King of Cups, I think it's the same person. So I'm not even going to say if it's a water sign or a earth sign. I don't think that applies. It could easily be fire or air or anything. But it's somebody who has kept you guessing. In the middle of your reading, the Ace of Swords in reverse, a sense of blind confusion, Pisces. A sense of blind confusion. Ace of Swords, now who else got, I'll tell you who else got this, was Virgo. How interesting, because you've got the Virgo card as well. Ace of Swords in reverse in the middle of a reading tells me that someone does not know what's going on. So you have been stuck in the energy of not knowing what's going on. For some of you, the reason the Eight of Cups is in reverse is because something has prevented you from really severing the ties of this situational relationship. Something's prevented you. I wonder if it's someone has prevented you. I'm not sure. Down here, I've got the Page of Cups in reverse, and this is the card of Narcissus. I think that's how you say it. Who fell in love with his own reflection. It's also kind of love in an infancy, you know, love in very early stages, or someone clumsily trying to approach with something. It's very interesting. For some of you, this may involve, you know, the breaking apart of a home or money as well, because your overall energy card is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There is a sense, Pisces, of instability being caused. This is a really unstable thing that you're dealing with here. It became really, really unstable. Really unstable. Which for a Pisces is not unusual. Pisceans can be quite unstable. But actually most Pisceans underneath their instability have a strange stableness. I don't know what the word is for a strange stability. Pisces appears to be scatty and disorganised sometimes. I can say this because I am one. And downright flaky to some people, I imagine, that we appear. But as you will know, if you are a Pisces, there is a sense underneath it. There is actually something going on with Pisces. There is some sense of planning and knowing. But it feels like you could even be dealing with another Pisces. It feels like you're dealing with someone who is really disorganised. Could have been a very bad timekeeper. And really quite flaky. Okay, that's the only way I can put it for now. And that the two of you, although you gave them a lot of freedom and a lot of time and a lot of, for some of you, financial support, actually. They may have lived in your house, or you may have, I don't know, looked after their pets or something. Either that, or they couldn't keep a job going, or because we've got all these pentacles, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is sharing finances and cooperating together. It just feels a bit unhinged, if I'm honest, Pisces, a bit unhinged. And over here, the Ace of Wands in the reverse as well. That can indicate, because you've got Ace of Swords in reverse and Ace of Wands in reverse. You know, Ace of Wands is about passion, and I'm going to take a card for that, actually. Actually, let's have a card for the Ace of Wands in reverse. Some of you dealing with a fire sign. Yeah, all right, I get it. Excuse the ambulance sounds. This is a card, Five of Swords in reverse, of a power flip. Venus in Aquarius, okay? Somebody was very, very scared to commit to anything with you. You know, and I'm talking anything. Maybe it was just like a situationship and they didn't want to make it into a title. You know, we don't have to give this a name. We can just see where we're going with it. But Pisces, I tell you what is absent from this reading is what you think about that. You seem to be quite absent from this reading. You may have gone into a period of detachment. But I feel like when Mercury goes retrograde, somehow with the Eight of Cups in reverse, something happens that calls upon you to deal with this situation one way or another. And I don't know why. I'm going to look at it in the extended reading. I'm going to look at where you are and where they're at. You might want to try, I've got a pick a card reading that I did about 2 weeks ago. How do they feel about you? Have a look. I'll try and remember to put it in the description box so you can get to it. Yeah, that might help you actually. It reminds me of that. Because we have, the only other major arcana we got is Justice. Hasn't she cleaned that floor as well? Love it. Justice. Now, do you know what I'm also noticing is that is a checkerboard. And I feel like this was like a game of chess almost. It was so puzzling to you, Pisces. It was like a game of chess. Some of you dealing with an Aquarius. Five of Swords again, Venus and Aquarius. Let's get some Chuck Spetzar. No, let's get Brian and Wendy Frood, actually. Ooh, Pisces. Okay. The Lady of Leprechauns. This is a woman who is an unreliable psychic, almost, for me. This is just my interpretation of the card. She's got a mask and she's got a crystal ball. There are some things she knows, but there are some things that she's misguided about. And I feel, Pisces, that you may have been trying to divine something about this personal relationship through some kind of psychic means that somehow, I mean, Pisces is the sign of the psychic, okay? And the sign of tarot and the sign of all kinds of clairvoyance. But sometimes, because there's two fish swimming in different directions, Pisces, you scupper your own psychicness. I don't think it's helped. You may, well, you're watching a tarot video, yes. You may need to go to someone else. Now, you may know someone who you go to, and that's great, and just be careful, because it's difficult to choose someone who really, you know, is genuine and that you really ring with, that you feel is authentic to you. And that's really important for a Pisces. But do you know what? You may not, just like tarot readers often can't read their own cards, whatever you're doing to try and work this out may not be leading you down the right path, okay? Interesting. Let's have a Chuck Spetzano love cards. Oh yes, Pisces. Okay. Letting go. You may have had to let go, or you may need to let go. There is a process going on. And control. Now, Pisces, we're not going to like this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think that was you trying to control them. If you're a Pisces, and I am a triple Pisces, we all know that a shadow side of Pisces can be needing to control, especially in relationships, okay? Just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Healing card of communication. I do feel, Pisces, there is something coming in Mercury Retrograde about this that causes it to get looked at again. And I don't really know what, but I will be looking in the extended. I'm going to dig into the Eight of Cups, I think. Yeah, that's nice. The Oracle card we get is new life. Yeah, literally breaking new ground. But I think that happens during Mercury Retrograde, during November, which is the whole of November for me. Interesting reading, Pisces. Forgiveness. Somebody might be asking you for it. The trouble is, if they're asking you for forgiveness, are they going to be any different, or are they going to continue to be the same confusing mess that you've been in already? I think that would be your biggest question at this point. Pisces, I'm going to scooch and do the extended reading, okay? If you want to join me there, it's in the description box or it's pinned in the comments section. Otherwise, do subscribe to the channel, Pisces, and I will see you soon. Do leave me a comment as well. Please let me know how this resonates. Namaste.